Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a live stream. Bit of an impromptu live stream. Hopefully, you can see me and hear me okay. If you can, please let me know in the chat. It'd be much appreciated. So I thought I'd pop on. It's only going to be quite a short stream, but I wanted to share with you guys a little update with our business. As you can tell from the title, after a lot of thinking, and after a lot of kind of discussion, and to be fair, a lot of you guys in the chat in the past have suggested we do this anyway, and I think it's probably the right thing to do. So we're actually going to be closing one of our eBay stores, so our general store. So we're going to be hey, I'll say a few hellos as well. We've got Tap Peddler, we have got Vicky the Toy Hoarder, we've got Shazad, we've got Jazz Searle, John Morris, Shelster saying clickbait, Lincoln Seller saying hi, Lex Bad Biscuit saying clickbait. It may well be a bit clickbaity, but it's true as well, so it's not technically clickbait. Hey Drew, Laurel, we've got Brad, Two Aussie Thrifters, Leanne, Nat Resells, Julie Hellil, Jack Dobbins says clickbait. It's not clickbait, it's facts, guys. It's facts. Tommy has popped in. Hi, Tommy. How are you? Common man known as time for this. Let's play COD. I will be playing games, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing COD. But there we go. Dan One says hi. Aid Waldron, Gimbal, Lee Allen. Wow. Paul Albert. Shazad says, are you going back to work? No. Hey Andrea. Hey Thrift Beast. Chris. Tap Peddler says this sounds like clickbait. No, it's true. It's true. I want to share with you guys what's been going on. As you guys know, we've got two eBay stores. We have got you agree with Tommy? Of course you do. We've got two eBay stores. We've got a store which sells radio control car stuff. Carla's popped in. Z's finally got a job as a gigolo. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. But if I do, I'll let you know, Lex. No, it's not a job. It's not a job. I'm not doing that again, Tap Peddler. Derek, thank you for saying. Says another job. You know jobs and you don't mix. Yeah, I've tried jobs on a number of occasions, as you've seen on this channel. I've there's been a couple of times where I've done that. Now. Animal Crossing is more your speed. Did you have to comb your hair and get ready for your day to make this decision? No, this is something that we've been talking about for a while. I've actually already been out and walked Alf as well, so I'm like feeling good. But yeah, so this is what's happening. So as you know, we've got a radio control store which we sell a ton of items on every day. It does well for us. We've got big inventory on there, etc. And we decided for me to have like a separate store, to sell the non-radio control stuff, because in my head I was like, I wanted to keep the eBay store just radio control. Beck agreed as well, because it meant that when approaching like wholesalers and stuff, you want to look like you're decent. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're trying to open like a wholesale account and you were to kind of like open a wholesale account, show them your eBay store, and it's just a bunch of used random items, that's not going to go well. So that's not going to go well. It's not going to go down well with a lot of actual wholesalers and stuff. So that was the thinking behind it. But we've also got a website which just has the radio control stuff. So I was finding like by doing like two stores, I think I was like losing focus. It wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. And I want to show you guys. I want to show you like honestly how badly the second store was doing. Like at one point, as you guys saw in previous videos, we were doing quite well. We were getting regular turnover. This month and the previous month wasn't amazing either. But let me just show you how badly we were doing on the general store. And like it kind of makes me think that when I'm working on the general store, if I was putting that stuff on the eBay store, it might actually sell some more RC stuff, because you get that extra activity on your account. And before that used to be the case, because obviously before we had two stores, everything was on one store, so all the RC stuff and all the random stuff. And I think the random stuff sales were actually helping the radio control stuff as well. But I just want to share with you guys, just to full transparency, as you guys always know. Let me just show you guys. So here is the general store as it stands. As you can see, we have had an amazingly bad month. So in the last 7 days, we only took £96. In the last 30 days, we only took £477, and that was only 26% down. So even the previous month was terrible. This store has just been like, we were at one point above 250 listings, and at that point we were doing well. When I was doing clothes from the bins, we're doing a lot of clothing and things like that, and it was doing really well. But when lockdown happened, I think the lockdown obviously affected things a lot more than we realized, and we just let it limp on because like I said, Beck's working, the RC store's working, we were selling bits on Amazon as well, so those things are just ticking along fine. But as you can see, this store just got crushed. We've also not got top rated seller anymore. We've got above standard. I don't know if that affects things. It hasn't done in the past, but it's just really like even when I have been listing, it's not really made a huge difference. It's like, we dropped all the way down to 100, about 70 listings. I think it was like 70 listings we dropped down to, and we recently got it back over 100. We're on about 108 listings. Well, we were on, let me just show you my ended listings page. If I show you the ended listings page, you can see we've just 106 listings ended. So it's all of this stuff is now going to be at some point transferred over to the RC store. So basically I'll take ownership of this stock. And I just feel that I think it's the right decision, because we just weren't paying attention. I wasn't paying enough attention to it. I was only paying attention to it in drips and drabs. I'd go through like days of not doing anything on it. And then I just went for days but then I'd do a couple of days of listing, and then I just wouldn't do anything. So I kind of destroyed the store, really, I feel. It just absolutely ruined it. So you can see I've got 106 listings. That's all on there. We used to be above 250. And when we were about the 250 mark, when I was listing clothes from the bins, we were doing really well. We were selling a lot of clothes, a lot of decent stuff. But since lockdown, the Bernardo's bins still haven't opened. We're now in it's going to be mid-July soon, and there's still no signs of the there's just still no sign of the bins opening. So the lockdown really stopped me sourcing completely, pretty much. We let hands up, it's my fault. I can't, no one else to blame for this. You guys aren't listing on it. You guys aren't screwing this up. It's me. So not really a lot more I can say. 106 listings I've got to transfer over, and as you can see, it's just killed the store. So it's not worth having the store. I think I saw Andrea mention, it's paying for one store smarter. I do agree. I think it would just be one store. It's just not worth it. I mean, so we have had a couple of sales come through, today or yesterday. It's just not worth it, really. I'm going to be transferring all this over to the Radio Control store, which is our main store, always has been our main store, and then hopefully that's going to it's going to allow me to focus, I suppose. But we tried it, and I think in the end it just doesn't make any sense, especially because at the moment Rebecca is focused on work, so we can just improve our financial situation. So it just doesn't make sense to have this store running and then just doing that. I'm doing basically double the work kind of thing. We have 2 tax returns to do instead of 1. Not that there'll be much to do on this one, but it's just not worth it, really. And as you can see from the figures, we really killed the store. I think dropping to above standard seems to have had an impact. Some of you are saying the unread messages has an impact. I didn't know that. I mean, we do. That's not true. We read the messages. I don't know why they're unread. I think those unread messages tend to be best offer received and things like that. Yeah, so just so you can see, a lot of it is just best offer and things like that. So those are the messages we get, best offer and stuff. So I didn't realize that would affect things in terms of the algorithm, I think Carla mentioned. I think that is now the situation. I just hope I'm hoping that, because like I'm always doing some listing, but it seems to be either or. It's never on both. So now that if I'm just focused on one eBay store, listing whatever stuff I buy in on one store, hopefully that will just help what I'm listing, and it will help sales with the RC stuff as well. That's what I'm hoping. I forgive the clickbait because I love this timing for a live, says Jazz. Thank you, Jazz. I do appreciate it. Hey, Yorkshire Traders. Yeah, I don't think it's clickbait. Would you guys say this is clickbait? Let me know. What about the Fuggler, said Jack? They will be sold. Lex is happy to be first on my list in case I take up an occupation as a gigolo. That's good to know. My client base is building. Guys, let me know if you want to join the list. If you leave a comment in the comment section, depending on how many names I get, I will consider it. Put me in for a $5's worth of Z-Love. Oh, that's pretty good, Lex. Thank you. Considering you don't know the quality, that's very generous of you. Neil Martin says, hi Z, I'm in a similar situation. Got a second shop that I don't give much love anymore. I should close it, really. Yeah, see, on paper, having a second shop makes a lot of sense in a way, because you can separate things. You can niche down. Like we've seen the benefit of having a niche store with the radio control stuff. It's really good to have a niche store. We've got a very healthy customer base, like return customers. We have customers that buy from us regularly every month, a good percentage, and it's kind of like built up like that because they see it as a radio control parts store, and it makes a lot of sense. Radio control stuff, they expect to see radio control cars, etc. But I think what and this has been said in the chat before, but like, sometimes you have to make your own decisions, and you have to kind of let things run. And I think like on eBay, it's less important as long as I categorize my store as best I can. So all the used and the random stuff, that all the RA goes in a separate category to keep the store clean. I don't think it will make too much of an impact on the niche of the store. The store will still be heavily niched in radio control. And plus, like I said, I do have a website which, when I'm approaching wholesalers, etc., I will only have radio control listed, just to look like I'm serious about it, rather than selling anything I can get my hands on, which is more to the case. Yeah, not clickbait maybe, Z, but could have said closing one of my stores. Yes, Gimbal, I could have done. You're right there. But, I wanted to do a little bit of clickbait. Give me a break, man. Shazad says, who would pay for that? He can't even give it away. That's not true, Shazad. You could get a job burning bridges, says see the stuff. A $5, where the hell will you keep him for a month, says Carl. Oh gosh. Hey, Night's Life, how are you? Hi, Peter Ray, how are you? Dan one says, Z, you're looking hench. Do you work out? Well, Dan, that's nice of you to say. I am working out. No, I'm not. I'm just fat. But I have actually started to do weights and a bit of exercise, because I'm deadly serious this time. Like it's making me feel good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not going to be going out running with the dog though, because our dog is terrible. He gets tired, starts just sauntering around, wants to pee on stuff, and even when he's got no pee left in the tank, he does like these phantom wheeze where he just lifts his leg for no reason. So there you go. I need a doorstop. I figured this was cheaper, says Lex. Oh, that's cold, Lex. Are you doing gaming full time, asked Laney? No, I'm still going to be reselling full time, but we're going to be concentrating all my focus and efforts onto one store, because we're going to be closing this general store, which is, I'm a bit gutted about it, if I'm honest, because it's just a bit of a failure. But still, no Fritz. It doesn't give a clue to the new job. Hey, Kirsten, how are you? Don't talk bad about eBay gods for say they just took down the top European security employee for retaliation. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see what other comments. Hi from Croydon, says Janet. Hi Janet, how are you?
For a smaller set of weights.
Thank you for the super chat, Carla. I appreciate it. Thank you for a smaller set of weights. I do have smaller weights, Carla, but thank you. I really do appreciate it. Who wants to buy Z Bex? No, the remaining stock is going. The remaining stock is going onto the general store. So I'm gonna be like happy. Shelster Rooney says, Shelster eBay Queen Shelley says it's clickbait. Hey Rosie Marsden, how are you? Pound Girl says I had two, one for vintage, one for tap. Blew my mind trying to do both, so I transferred it over. Best thing I ever did. Business is booming. See, Pound Girl, thank you for sharing that with me. I really do appreciate it. That means a lot because it gives me like confidence in the decision, and I think you're right. Cookie and Hayden's car boot. Chris, hey Chris, how are you? Says I hate listing on multiple platforms, let alone two on the same platform. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't mind listing on like Amazon and stuff because it's easy. It's really doesn't take much effort, and it's different stuff as well. But yeah, I think doing two eBay stores, like, even though it still kind of makes sense. Like when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I should have one store for the radio control stuff and one store for the thrifted stuff, surely. But I just can't do it. I wish I could do it. But yeah, it is double the eBay fees. Lucy simply reselling. I would be in even more of a permanent confusion state. Good plan, says Janet. Thank you. Okay, I would hate trying to run two stores, says Carla. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Z won't drink that corporate coffee. Can you turn the account to private after business? Lucy, no, we can't. But it's not an issue. We'll just keep it open in case, like, in the future. Obviously Beck is planning at some point to be doing other stuff as well and coming away from work at some point. Just I know it's a bit airy-fairy right now, but we really want to build some cash because at some point we want to actually get a mortgage and things like that. So at the moment Beck is head down in work, but at least she'll have that business account there if she ever wants to use it. So we don't see any harm in just cancelling the subscription and keeping it like that. Hey Drew, how are you? The reseller kid says hello and I'm off to school soon, but just popping in. Luke says here, I agree to only have one store means you can simplify your workload and build a great store. Also, I don't think eBay buyers are looking for specific buyers and searching their name. I agree, Luke. I do agree. I don't think they're searching names, but I think once they find a niche store, I do feel that when I mean, you shop on eBay, I'm sure as well. When you find someone that specializes in something, you have confidence in them. A really good example of that is I tend to shop with one specific seller of packaging material. I don't have any particular reason other than they've given me good service and I like how quickly they ship, and I use Globe Packaging. I've got them saved as a seller and I buy all my packaging from them because I know they cover me for that, and they just do packaging stuff. So whenever I'm looking for anything packaging related, whether it's brown boxes, whether I need some tape or filler or whatever, I'll tend to look at them. That's the only thing. I buy, I sell, says Z, go back to your video when you decided to keep the RC. Just trans open the second store before you decide. You think you're just getting cold feet. Yeah, I know. We all came to see which coffee chain he was going to work for, says Carla. Yeah, it's not going to be like that. I'm not going to be doing that. Only got the unit to sort out mine at home, but if things get big, then I will go for a shipping container as it's cheaper. I'm seeing Brian Blessed again today, says Nice Life. Wow, that's so cool. Nice Life, by the way, actually got Brian Blessed on his chat, which is really cool. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that really. I'll see if there's any more comments and then I'll make a move because obviously Shelly is going to be going live soon. The money you save, Z, can get more quality gear. Yeah, I mean, it's only £25 a month, but obviously even with the low sales we had, there's a second set of fees to pay, so I kind of don't really want to pay those fees, and that it is extra money, and like I said, it's more of a focus thing for me. I can focus more. By the way, thank you for subscribing, Jinsky. Someone subscribed, so I do appreciate that. Surely carrying my own weight. What? Carrying my own weight is me doing weight, says Lainey. What else did Lainey say? Lainey says, can I hijack your YouTube channel in 3 months, Z? If you want, Lainey, yeah, why not? I don't mind you hijacking the YouTube channel. Idea for you, Z, says Chris. Buy a web address for your RC parts and forward that address only to the RC category. See, that's the thing, Chris. I'm actually doing that right now, which is why I'm doing the exact same thing. We've got a website called onlycoolrc.com, and that only shows the radio control stuff on my store. I choose what categories go to that store, Chris. So great minds think alike. Thank you for the tip, though. But that's the thing. Why that should have placated me into just having one store. But yeah, sorry. Odd, my voice has got deeper, says Carl. Okay. Morning, what have I missed? I'm standing outside Bernardo's waiting for them to open, first time since lockdown. What? No way. Hold on. I just need to check if this is happening. They're open. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for popping in. Yeah, I'm just shouting one store, Rachel. Sorry for the clickbait title. I couldn't help myself. Just to make it clear, yeah, I'm going to be just shouting one store. Martin says, I have two shops, one for Lego, one for the rest. Both usually have 1,500 listings, so it works out price-wise. The Lego store gets lots of regular customers, yet I rarely add listings to it. See, Martin, ideally, I would have done that, but I think the problem was with me. Basically I struggle to do the work necessary, I suppose. Like I've got my focus is bad. I'd much rather be like doing other stuff, like I like listing, so I'm just not as what's the word, structured as I should be. Because ideally, Martin, that was the plan. Ideally the plan was I was going to do a really good general store. I mean, we were on the way. We were on to like 250 odd listings. But I think when we moved the stock back home as well, that didn't help. Space became an issue. There's a few things that came into it, really. The space became an issue, definitely. Moving everything back in, because we've now taken over some of our living room space, which sucks. But, that would have been ideal, but still. I did crap myself. I thought it would water down my vintage shop, but it made it busier. Do it, says Pound Girl. See, that's the thing, Pound Girl. What I am also thinking about is because I've got experience of the RC store when I still had stuff on it, because we only opened the general store kind of recently. Like, it was only quite a recent thing, but before we had the RC stuff, we were still going to car boots and charity shops and listing random stuff along with the RC stuff. And I do remember it helping the whole store, because it meant, like, say if I was burnt out on RC, it wouldn't matter because I was listing general kind of random stuff, and that activity was helping shift RC parts as well. So yeah, I think I'm Pound Girl and Chris, Cookie and Hayden's, I'm with you on that. I've been doing eBay since 2003 and never paid for a store, says Stephen Moore. Yeah, I'm only shouting one, Rachel. Sorry for the clickbait, like I said. Yeah, cool, Z. It's for charity, so need 35 channels to take part. No worries, Lainey. I will be part of whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know what it is, but yes. Z off to the bin. I am going to be going off to the bins now, yes. Luke says, what's that coming over the hill? Is it? Hi, he come back after Bernardo's have nowhere to list. Discovers Becca's retaliate and closes his stores. No, but anyway, guys, thank you. I'm going to be going now because, yeah, I'm going to be nipping out to the Bernardo's, see if they've got anything with my face mask, obviously, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for popping in to watch the stream. I do apologise to all those I half-heartedly apologise to everyone that's been clickbaited, because I meant to do it, obviously, so I can't really say I'm sorry. It would be false of me to say I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Thank you for clicking on the clickbait title. I do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you think we've made the right decision. By the looks of it, I think we have. Thanks, Vincent. Thanks, Andrea, Rosie, Peach Retro Collectibles, Carla, Applecore, and everyone else that's popped in.